Hello everyone, welcome back to Tina Teach Grade 1 Math Extending Patterns. So this is our first exercise for today's lesson. We'll be learning about pattern unit and what they are. So the purpose of pattern unit is to make it easier for you to identify patterns, okay? To know a pattern, to be able to repeat a pattern. We must first look at pattern unit, okay? So I have a pattern of circle and triangles over here. There's a circle, a triangle, and then a circle, and then a triangle. As you can see, it goes in a loop. But how do you know where the loop starts and where it ends? You have to define a pattern unit. So I have to find the pattern unit of one circle. Next to that is one triangle, okay? If I were to assign them numbers, the triangles would have the number 2. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? Now down here we have cars and bees. And as you've seen, I have outlined the pattern unit already. One car is go before a bee. So the bee, I would assign it the number 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I want you to define the pattern unit. I have 2 patterns over here, 1 and 2. Each of them have 2 objects or 2 elements, okay? 2 types of shapes. Now, before I tell you what the answer is, can you tell me what is the pattern unit for this pattern? It is square and then circle, okay? So this is the pattern unit. 1, 2, square, circle, okay? What about this pattern right over here? What do you think the pattern unit is? It is triangle and then rectangle, okay? Triangle and then rectangle. 1, 2, 1, 2. As easy as that. All right, now to the next part of our lesson. What comes next? So the goal of the exercise is to figure out what the pattern is and how will the pattern be repeated, okay? Let's focus on the first pattern that we have here. We have a bear. We'll assign him the number 1. And then we have a duck, okay? We'll assign the duck a number 2. Now there's a duck once again. It is number 3. How do you know if this duck is part of the pattern unit? It's because the bear is number 1, right? If this duck is number 2 and it ends there, the bear should be repeated. It should be number 1 over here, but no, it is the duck once again. Therefore, it is number 3. 1, 2, 3. So next up should be 1, 2, and 3, okay? So let me erase these parts real quick, and I'm going to copy and paste the bear and the ducks, okay? There we go. For our second pattern over here, we have a pot of plant, and then we have a fox. Can you tell me what the pattern unit is? Number 1 is the pot plant. Number 2 is the fox. Okay, now this is a bit confusing because here we see the pot plants again. We can assign number 1 to it, okay? But then the next object to it is not the fox. It is the plant once again. Therefore, this should not be number 1. It should be number 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. If we run it back again, we have 1, 2, 3. So this matches up with this. They are the same, okay? Let me do a quick erasure so I can copy and paste these guys. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. That's it. So for the last part of the lesson, we're going to have a bit of a review before we end it. Now, here is a little discussion of how do you know what comes next. From what I've taught you so far, right? You can use numbers 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 as like a guide or a step-by-step to see where the pattern starts and where it ends. So there are two methods here, as I've said before. You can first define the pattern unit, okay? You define the pattern unit and then you assign numbers to them. You define the pattern unit and then you assign a number to them. After you've done all of that, figuring out the pattern and continuing or extending the pattern is very, very easy, okay? Now that's it for today's lesson. The next part will be practicing, just so we can, enhance and solidify our skill set when it comes to pattern. Remember, learn today, better tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.